The Nnewi apprenticeship system, known as Igbo boy or Igbo Dibo, is a renowned traditional system of trade mentorship practiced in Nnewi, a commercial town in southern Nigeria. This model has become a remarkable example of grassroots entrepreneurship, fostering a culture of wealth creation and self-reliance in the region. In the bustling town of Nnewi, Udoka, a young boy of 12 years, stood nervously at the door of his uncle's shop. His uncle Oga Chinedu was one of the most successful traders in the town, known for selling spare parts. Today marked Udoka's first day as an apprentice, beginning the journey of Igbo boy, a journey that would define the rest of his life. For Udoka, this was more than just an apprenticeship. It was his one chance to break free from the circle of poverty that had gripped his family. His parents had sacrificed everything, sending him to live with his uncle, hoping that one day he would become a wealthy businessman like many others who had followed the same path in Nnewi. As the months turned into years, Udoka learned the ins and outs of the trade. Every morning he would wake up before dawn to sweep the shop, arrange the goods and open the shutters for the day's business. Oga Chinedu was a strict teacher. He demanded nothing short of excellence. Udoka was often sent to the market to haggle with suppliers, handle customers, and manage the inventory. Mistakes were not tolerated, but each failure came with a lesson. The apprenticeship wasn't just about learning the business. Udoka also learned about trust, patience, and resilience. His peers often teased him about being a servant to his uncle, but Udoka kept his eyes on the future, knowing that this was the way to his freedom. One of the most significant moments of Udoka's journey came when he accompanied his uncle to supplier in Lagos. For the first time, Udoka saw the massive scale of the spare parts industry, and it opened his mind to bigger possibilities. He asked questions, networked with traders, and learned about importing directly from manufacturers. After 7 long years, Udoka's apprenticeship was nearing its end. According to the Igbo boy tradition, when an apprentice completes his term, the oga is expected to settle him. The settlement is a combination of money and goods that the apprentice uses to start his own business. The day of Udoka's freedom finally arrived, and it was a moment filled with emotion. Oga Chinedu gathered the community, family, and friends to celebrate Udoka's graduation from the system. "You've been a loyal and hardworking boy," Oga Chinedu said in front of the crowd. "I am proud to send you into the world as a businessman. May you build legacy greater than mine." With that, Udoka received his settlement, a substantial sum of money, and enough spare parts to start his own shop. His heart raced as he looked at his future spread before him. Udoka knew that this was only the beginning of his journey. He opened his shop in the heart of Nnewi, following the same principles he learnt from his uncle: integrity, hard work, and trustworthiness. Over the years, Udoka's business flourished. He became a respected trader known for fair dealings and excellent service. Eventually, he took on his own apprentices, passing down the tradition that had shaped his own life. Each time he settled an apprentice, he remembered the day he stood in his uncle's shop as a young boy, eager to begin his own journey. The Nnewi apprenticeship system, though old, had proven once again that it wasn't just about trade, it was about building men, families, and communities. As Udoka's business grew, so did his responsibilities. He knew that with every success came the need to uplift others, just as his uncle had done for him. It wasn't long before he took his first apprentice, a boy named Chika. Chika reminded Udoka of himself, hungry for knowledge, with a determination that burned bright in his eyes. For the first few months, Chika struggled. He made mistakes handling customers, and once he misplaced a shipment of spare parts that cost the business a significant loss. But Udoka, remembering his own early days under Oga Chinedu's mentorship, remained patient. Instead of scolding Chika, Udoka would sit him down after the shop closed, walking him through every error and teaching him how to avoid such mistakes in future. Business is like a river, Udoka would often say. It flows smoothly, but only if you learn to navigate its current. You must learn to stay afloat no matter the obstacle. Chika listened carefully and worked even harder. Slowly, he became more competent, handling sales with a sharpness that impressed even Udoka. But more than skill, Udoka saw something even more valuable in Chika: integrity. The boy was honest, even when it meant admitting fault or costing the business a little extra. Udoka knew that this honesty would serve Chika well in the long run, for in Nnewi, a trader's reputation was worth more than gold. Years passed, and just as Udoka had grown from apprentice to master, Chika too reached the end of his apprenticeship. The day of his settlement was a celebration for the entire community. Udoka, dressed in fine tradition attire, stood proudly before the gathered crowd. The settlement ceremony, like the one Udoka had experienced years ago, was filled with emotion. With a smile, Udoka handed Chika the keys to his future, a settlement of money, goods, and valuable business contacts that would ensure Chika's success. Udoka gave a speech to the young man, much like his uncle had done for him. "You have worked hard and proven yourself worthy of this opportunity," Udoka said. "But remember, success is not just in what you build, but in how you help others grow. Just as I have helped you, I expect you to help others. That is the spirit of our people." Chika, overwhelmed with gratitude, knelt before Udoka. "I will not forget your teachings, Oga," he promised. "I will make you proud." The years continued to roll by, and Udoka's business empire expanded. He opened more shops, not just in Nnewi, but in other cities like Onitsha and Aba. He invested in real estate and even ventured into other sectors like agriculture. Yet, no matter how successful he became, Udoka never forgot where he started. He remained humble and continued to invest in young apprentices, building a legacy of mentorship that would outlast him. One day, Udoka visited his aging uncle, Oga Chinedu. Though retired, Chinedu still kept an eye on the business world, hearing news of Udoka's growing empire. "You've done well, my boy," Chinedu said, his voice thick with pride. "You have gone farther than I ever dreamt. But remember, success is a journey, not a destination. Never stop learning, never stop growing, and never stop uplifting others." Udoka nodded, knowing that his uncle's words would stay with him forever. He had become part of something bigger than himself, an unbroken chain of mentorship and empowerment that stretched across generations. Each apprentice he took in and settled was a link in that chain, carrying forward the values of hard work, honesty, and community. As Udoka looked out over his thriving businesses and the apprentices he had helped along the way, he realized that his true wealth wasn't in the spare or properties he owned. It was in the people he had lifted up, the young men and women whose futures he had shaped. The Nnewi apprenticeship system was more than a means to earn. It was a way of life, a tradition that built not only businesses but strong, resilient individuals who understood the importance of giving back. In this way, Udoka's story, like many others before him, became part of the living history of Nnewi, a testament to the power of mentorship and the enduring legacy of Igbo boy. As the years passed, the Igbo boy system continued, with each generation passing down the wisdom and opportunities to the next. Udoka's journey from an eager apprentice to a successful master was one of many, but his commitment to uplifting others ensured that the spirit of Nnewi entrepreneurship lived on through the apprentices he nurtured. The circle of empowerment never ended, creating a ripple effect that transformed lives, families, communities across the region.